We're going to start today's video by clarifying a couple of things from the end of the last video. First off, I had the badge counter and death counter reversed for that entire previous episode, where I had 3 deaths on screen and 2 badges, and it should have been 2 deaths and 3 badges. I had to actually go back and watch my own videos, trying to figure out why I had 3 deaths listed initially, make sure somebody didn't die. Second off, the scaling. So the gym leaders do scale, but they don't scale in the same way. So I looked closer at the docs, looked at the other scaling gym leaders, Chuck and Price, and there's still like a defined like optimal order to do them in. They like Chuck starts the lowest and scales to the lowest, upper value, essentially. And the caps are seemingly based, on which one's the lowest, right? So we went with the low Chuck cap into the Jasmine fight, which is a fight that only scales by 2 levels, specifically if you do it last. If you do it first or second, it doesn't actually change. So we have technically not botched the run in any way. We've just made it way more difficult for ourselves, and it had to be by doing Jasmine. So yeah, if we go in and do Chuck next, which we're going to do, his high level is now 36 instead of 31. I am just looking at the docs for this because it has become confusing. I'm just not looking too closely at the movesets and stuff. So yeah, we just did Jasmine at 36. So essentially because we did Jasmine first, now the cap is essentially 36 across the board. Actually, if we do Price, it's 35, which is funny. But if we do Price last, it's 38. And if we do Chuck last, Chuck is 38. So these two do kind of scale properly. Chuck and Price actually do sort of scale with each other. Just Price with 4 badges is 33. Chuck with 4 badges is 31. I think I will do Chuck. I think we'll just do that. Kind of standard order, essentially. So yeah. I've decided for us to go with the Sylveon for the Evolution. We delayed to 32 for a Moonblast, and then at 33, which is the current level cap, we get the Sylveon Evo by Heart Scale specifically. So we have Moonblast, Charm, Sylveon, which seems pretty good. It's worth noting that the level cap is 33, which is based on Price, not Chuck. So we're going to actually do Price, and then Chuck is going to actually be the 7th gym leader for us because of the weird order we did this in. That actually makes more sense for the caps. So currently grinding out a few random trainers for money to finish up our set of TMs. We bought Thunderbolt. We'll pick up Psychic as well from the game corner before we do Price. Headbutt encounter from the Lake of Rage. Egg Cute, Chlorophyll, Docile, with 24 special attack, 0 HP, average defenses. I mean, still an Cute, still useful. We can't evolve this until Kanto, so there's a box warmer. Probably until Kanto, but it'll eventually be useful. Rocket Hideout encounter, Voltorb, presumably the only guy you can get in there on the traps. So nice that we didn't have one of these yet. Static Lax, 25 attack, 20 special attack, 26 defense, max defense. Well, not max defense, but close to max defense. Voltorb is funny. Sure. I mean, it's an electric type. This is a good addition to our box since we only have the 1. So, not mad about it. Alright, we're fighting Petrol and Team Rocket Hideout. No idea if this is going to be dangerous or not. 4 Pokemon. Leads a Pineco. Level 30. Okay, it shouldn't be too bad. Set Spikes. You prick. Meg Cargo. Well, just kill him. Alright, it's looking like it's not much of a fight. That's good. That's great. A Cloyster, enemy Cloyster in the back. Can I just outdamage him? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, I can outdamage the other Cloyster. Cool. Okay, not a problem. I was a little nervous because the levels have been on par, so it could have been bad. Well, double battle with Ariana. Again, we're playing blind, so we don't know what we're going to run into here, so it's worth including it in the video. For the real-time events, 31 Arbok, 25 Golbat. So the Golbat's probably the Grunt. We can target that first. take down the one side. I mean, the Arbok is intimidated. I'm intimidated. Fair. This is... Oh, no confirmation on who Surf targets. I did want to see that, but whatever. It's Gen 3, so I don't know if Surf hits your ally or not. Golbat comes in. Surf comes out. Surf hits Arbok. Surf hits Golbat. And does not hit Dragonite. Good to know. We eat a fat Sludge Bomb. It doesn't matter. I can just bounce and stall here, maybe? Let Dragonite have another turn at things. Let's speed this up. Okay, there's another Arbok in the other slot. So maybe kind of a full team coming in here. I'm gonna let Dragonite do whatever. Okay, I mean, he's just gonna die, apparently. Yeah, apparently he's just gonna die. Okay, fat hit, good. He dies. Okay, he's got dudes in the back at least, so there is that. Okay, both of those are down, and then there's a Vileplume. Perfect time for Crobat to come in. Holy. Alright. Nice. Okay, so it was... Yeah, it was 2 teams of 3, which is different than base game, where it's a team of 3 and a team of 2. So, a little more difficult, but not substantially. We're still correct to go after the one side, because it was the split, 2 trainer double battle, not 1 trainer with 2 Pokemon, right? So it actually, restricts who goes into what slot. I went ahead and committed to the Modest Mint on the Eevee here. 92 special attack now, and it fixes our special defense, gonna get up even higher. I feel pretty good about this, I think, as a choice. Palat! We got a GS ball in the Ruins of Alph by doing the Ho-Oh puzzle. It says maybe Kurt can identify. It's in the ball pocket, which is funny too. Let's go talk to Kurt. Okay, Kurt! What is that? This is very cool. What was that sound? Let's go outside to investigate. Presumably Celebi. Okay, listen, if we fight like a Celebi and it's like level 50 or something and it kills me, that's not a death. That's not counted. I'm just telling you now. I assume... Oh my god, I don't have cut. Hold on. Alright, let's see if this does something. Looks like the GS ball would fit inside of it, yeah. Oh my god, it's the Celebi! Wow. Oh god, it does fight me. Level 40? Okay. Ice Beam its ass! Okay, Psycho Cut maybe again, please? Future Sight? Fine. Ow, ow, ow. Just kill it? Yes! Okay. Excellent. We've defeated the Scourge. Celebi is no more. The world is free from his evil. Zap Cannon. Seriously? Weird. But wasn't that something? Wait, it motivates you to make better balls. What? Hold on. What does that mean, old man? What are you talking about, old man? Oh my god, I can't get through the door. Hey, 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 what does that mean? Why is that? Oh no. The event repeats? Okay. Okay. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, wait. Person, Masper, Chesta, Oran, Cherry, Ross, these are the same. So what changed? Let me see what I have here for berries. Cherry and Chesto. Uh, did that do anything different? I feel like that didn't do anything. Okay, how many moon balls do I have? 30 moon balls. Now, if it's 35, nothing changed. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm supposed to catch it. Okay, well, I fought it again. A couple friend balls later, we're going to catch this thing. We're not going to nickname it even. We just want to see what happens. Legend about the Shrine inspired. Motivates me to make better balls. I'm going. I used the GS ball on it, and now it disappeared, which is very funny. Like, it didn't work. It didn't catch it. I was figuring, like, oh, is it going to be a master ball specifically for this? But no. Oops. Yeah, the GS ball's just gone now. And nothing changed in terms of balls. Well, there's not a second page. Okay, maybe unfinished event. I don't know. Here's the squad for price. I'm counting on like a Dugong lead, and then I'm thinking we need counters for like a Mamoswine, hence the water types. I didn't bring Arcanine because thinking about the available ice types in Johto, almost every ice type has built-in coverage for fire, except for like Jinx and like Delibird, right? So if the only thing I'm going to counter with a fire type safely is going to be like a Jinx or a Delibird, I might as well bring just Houndoom rather than Arcanine, because Houndoom can tank Psychic, obviously. And then I figured having a Levitator for Mamoswine Earthquakes might be good. We don't want to bring a Flyer because it would eat Ice Beams, but maybe Bloody Mary can be useful. I'm really kind of on the fence about Bloody Mary's inclusion, but it's also like a good desperation Pokemon because we can just Suicide Curse and kill somebody that way. After this, we still have to do Chuck, but scaling being the way it is, we can do Chuck last. 5 Pokemon. It is a Cloyster lead. Okay. Not the water ice type I was expecting, but probably better, because this definitely dies. Like, I could believe a Dugong could manage to survive a T-Bolt, but I don't believe a Cloyster can. Alright, Electrode and Counter paying off already. Goes Piloswine. Makes a lot of sense. So this will be Earthquake. I could go Bloody Mary, then bait an Ice move, and then go, like, Niles? Try to use Feraligatr here. This is, like, the most useful place for Feraligatr. Let's do it. I guess, yeah, Haunter Pivot is good by itself, right? Yep, there's the Earthquake. Just debating if I stay in. I don't know what Ice move this might have. I think we just switch. If it's Ice Beam, I could probably stay in, but if it's like Avalanche, it probably kills me, because I'm weak physical defense. Blizzard is what it is. Interesting. Okay, Surf versus Brick Break here on Piloswine. I think Surf is probably better. This guy's probably less bulky physically, or especially, I mean, probably more bulky physically. I would guess that given that he's a a pig mammoth. Yeah, a little bit higher defense. We're a little bit higher physical attack, but Surf is stab. Like, I think Surf is clearly the better option. Okay, clean 2 shot. We should take an Earthquake just fine. Maybe we were dead to crit there, actually. But, we're good now. Okay, there's the Dugong. I think in Flashbang... rather than the switch to the Electrode, because Electrode doesn't tank shit as well. Surf, we are unfortunately not Water Absorb, but it doesn't really do anything anyway. Okay, and he just wants to Surf, so we just win with like 2 T-Bolts. 3 T-Bolts, I guess, because Lantern's not very good, unfortunately. A Lantern is good. I insist on this. Our lantern is not. I mean, polygamy, brick break. It's probably fine. Probably a dark move anyway, right? One would assume. Yeah, feint attack. Perfect. So that's the resist. Brick break breaks through the reflect and just kills Sneasel. Huge. And Jinx. Great. So we brought the Houndoom for this perfectly. And it does Rain Dance. I'm scared. I wasn't expecting a Rain Dance Jinx. Does this thing learn water moves? This thing might have water coverage. Let's check its moveset. Like, we got, this is the last Pokemon. We're almost free and clear here. I'd hate to lose, like, Houndoom here at the last moment. We actually called there being a Jinx, too. It learns no water moves in its base learn set. It can learn Water Pulse. I could just scout with Protect. Lovely Kiss. Okay, I don't think it's got a water move, and if it does, it doesn't think it can kill me with it, so... puts me to sleep, then Ice Punches. We take that like nobody's business, because it is not a good attacker. Okay, the Jinx, I guess I overthought that a little bit, because he, turns out, doesn't have shit. Okay, very clean, very easy price. That was probably the easiest gym fight we've had the entire run, right? Like, let's look at the squad real quick. Hail TM, whatever. Yeah, dude, look at that. We only used Bloody Mary as a pivot. Everybody else got action, and Niles is the only person in the yellow. Super easy fight. Whirl Islands gets us a Seal, Thick Fat, Brave Nature, plus Attack. Pretty solid IVs. I mean, HP SPDF low, but like above average kind of makes up for it on the other stats. Minus speed probably is not bad either for the nature. Physical, I don't know if physical is really that good for this. Probably not. Hey, it's an Icy Wind user. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Certainly, the reason I picked Seal over the other optional encounter was Horsey. Horsey if I surf, Seal if I do the land encounter. Those are the only two options. But I decided the extra ice type for Claire might be good to have. We got this Ucene fight we never did. This might be like way under leveled at this point. 27. I mean, it's not completely under leveled. Ooh, Icy Wind. You little cheeky little so-and-so. Well, I have a lantern for you. I have a sleepy lantern for you. There we go. Air Cutter, no. Electrode, that is a, let's go to Drusilla. Let's go dig a hole in the ground on Drusilla, and let's go miss, and let's try it again, and kill an Electrode, and a Hypno. Well, just so happens I happen to have a Dark type. How convenient. I optimized for the base game team, which, from what I could remember, was Electrode and Hypno. I don't remember the Politoed. I don't know if he actually had that. Flinch Air Slash. This is not Serene Grace, but it is still pretty good to have. I don't know. Do I guess we just have a flex slot for like whatever TM moves, so we'll put Air Slash in slot 1. That seems fine. Alright, keep searching for Suicune. We'll see each other around. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, a while back we got this Quagsire from Cliff Cave. This was the entrance to the new section of the game added Heart Gold, Soul Silver that leads to the Safari Zone, right? So this is supposed to be like Safari Zone Gate, but it's Cliff Cave. And this encounter, this Onyx here, should be the actual Cliff Cave encounter, but it's also Cliff Cave, right? So these are duplicates. So the Onyx is not a legal encounter, actually. I go specifically by the catch area, and so as a quirk of this game, you technically lose like Safari Zone Gate as an area. It's presumably it's the same map tile as Cliff Cave. Yeah, so this area here is where the Quagsire came from, and this counts as Cliff Cave. But if we go down here, this way, this is actually Cliff Cave. Right? And this is where you can get Onyx, except not if you caught the Quagsire. Few more encounters. Route 48, next to the Safari Zone, is Gloom, Gentle Nature, minus defense plus special defense. Rubbish IVs. No access to Sunstone or Leafstone right now either. This guy, not a thing. He's just going to sit around. Next encounter, also not a thing. Our headbutt encounter for Safari Zone Gate is Ledyba. It's the only thing left in the encounter tree. Modest probably doesn't do anything on this guy either. So these are both pretty bad. Bad IVs, bad Pokemon currently. Yeah, and then there's Route 47. So Route 47 has some pretty good encounters in the grass. I believe it's up the waterfall. So we're delaying that route for when we have waterfall. We'll have to come back. So the Safari Zone might be completely different in this game than it is in Heart Gold. Or maybe just based off of it, judging by the big square. So what I'm going to do... Oh, interesting. What I'm going to do, the way I usually do Safari Zone, is I rule that when I find Safari Zone encounters, I throw Pokeballs at them until I catch one. And that's my encounter. Because I think losing an encounter to Safari Ball bullshit is lame. And there's a lot of interesting encounters usually in Safari Zones, and so I like to play with those encounters. So we'll do the same here. Alright, so some of these areas are not accessible. Like the left and the right don't seem to be accessible. Which means we pick from top, mid, and bottom mid. So the difference here is basically if we go top, we could get Misdreavus, we could get Arbok, we get Mr. Mime, Murkrow, but we could also get Pidgeotto and Weepinbell. 20% chance for Pidgeotto, 20% chance for Weepinbell. Those both seem really bad. If we go here, Geodude Dupe, 20% Magnemite, Magneton, 10% Rhyhorn, 10% Tauros, 5% Nidorino, and Onix each. These all seem much better. So we're gonna do this. So presumably, yeah, you're a dupe, and a dead dupe at that. You're a dupe. You're not. Oops. Classic accidental ball throw. That's very much me in a Safari Zone. The amount of things. Please, please, please. I love Nidoking so much. Yes! Yes! Please don't suck. Hell yeah. Alright, Poison Point over Rivalry. I like Poison Point more, at least playing blind. Rivalry has some upsides, but like, conditional. Docile, neutral, IV check, drumroll. No. No! Come on, man. Come on. You couldn't give me this one game? You couldn't help me out for once? Well, it's not like I have Moonstone anyway, actually, now that I think about it. He's actually pretty bad. Because I can't get a guaranteed Moonstone unless I take the Aerodactyl encounter, and I take the Kabu. So actually, he just sits in a... He's a box warmer till, like, Kanto as well. Yeah, actually... That was always going to be a pretty bad encounter. Steelix was, like, the good thing. Because the Nidos we can't evolve. If we went for the other table, we can't evolve the Weepinbell either. Yeah, the Safari Zone's kind of a dud. Honestly, maybe I should have rolled big for the Murkrow, now that I think about it. Well, whatever. But we're going to Nidoking in Kanto. It's fine. We'll get to use this eventually, even if it sucks a bit on the IVs. Here is our squad for Chuck. Sylveon lead, Slowbro, Togekiss, Gyarados, Crobat, and Parasect is our number 1 sack. If it comes down to it. We've got, of course, we got Citrus Berry, we got Moonblast, we've got Psychic and Chesto Berry, we've got Psychic and Citrus Berry, we've got the same Gyarados that we've kind of been strolling along with. It's underwhelming with Lax Incense. This is mostly a pivot. Wing Attack with a Sharp Beak, and Bullet Seed, Leech Life, Spore, Leech Seed with Chesto. Chesto is in case there's a Hypnosis Poliwrath in here like in base game. And we're gonna just start with our Fairy type and see what we can do. Okay, he's smashing rocks. Very, very intimidating. I'm fucking terrified. Now, Chuck notoriously in base game has 2 Pokemon, right? Yeah, he's got 5, so who knows what he has? I'm just gonna hit him on top. I assume I just kill this. I guess the real question is, do we outspeed? He digs. Oh my god. I put Protect on because I just had a move slot. That's so funny. Okay. I have there's nothing to gain by not doing this. I could switch. Would it make sense to switch to a flyer on this pivot? I don't think so. Dig, ooh, actually, is Dig 10 PP in this? I don't know if it is. I might be just wasting attacks. Honestly. Let's look it up. I mean, it should be 10, so let's keep doing it. If it's his optimal move, then I only gain HP by not getting hit by it, right? That's pretty good. Taking a handful of damage from a pursuit versus whatever Dig would have dealt. Pseudo Widow. I don't see this being that big of a threat. We're not, like, super effective against it, but I don't feel like switching into it. Yeah, free. Okay. Annihilate. Same deal? Okay, he is faster than me, which is not too surprising. Do I have Protects left? No. This was Shadow Punch. Gara Bite? Maybe? We get the Intimidate out here. Shadow Punch, Bite. Nice. Okay. Annihilate is cool. It makes sense because he has a Primeape originally. I was not even thinking about Annihilate. Pinsir, I could go for the bounce. I could also go to, like, Omelet. Let's go to Omelet. Let's keep HP up on Gyarados if we need to intimidate something else. That's terrifying. Air Slash his ass to death. Omelet! Coming through. Not missing when I need him to not miss. Alright, I'm okay with this fight. Let's Psychic, because I don't want to miss if this is Focus Punch ever. Mind Readers me? What does that even do, man? Alright, easy Chuck fight. Very cool. Alright, well, it is Focus Punch that he gives me, so he probably did have Focus Punch. Okay, that was another, like, super easy fight. Definitely Gym 1, 2, 3. Way harder than these last three. I mean, Jasmine was difficult, obvious, because we, like, were really underleveled for it. Because it didn't scale down, it only scaled up. But yeah. Feeling very optimistic about the run. Alright, let's wrap this episode up here then. And push, I guess the next thing to do would be like the Rockets and Goldenrod, and then push Claire and then Victory Road.